Welcome to the Short Attention Span Bible. First, I'm not here to preach or to try and convert anyone. I'm just trying to summarize what the words say. Kind of like Cliff Notes for the Bible. I am not a Bible scholar. If the show sounds preachy at times, that's not me preaching, but it is the Bible. It's probably going to sound preachy sometimes, but that's just what the words say. The Bible isn't really a single book. For those of you who are new to this, the Bible is actually a collection of smaller books and letters. I'm going to start with the book of James because it's one of the shortest books in the Bible, and whether you're religious or not, it's one of my favorites. I'm going to be honest, the first chapter, which I'm going to go over in this episode, it's, I don't want to say all over the place, but maybe a little bit. There's not really one central idea that he's talking about. He just touches on a number of varied points. After you listen to the show, if you're feeling motivated to check out the book for yourself, James would be a pretty easy one to pick up. Just to let you know, I do want to try to keep these episodes short, so I'm going to keep them around 5 minutes, definitely less than 10 per episode. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm mostly going to leave additional background information out of my show, but I will say that although he doesn't mention it in this book, James was actually Jesus's brother. Jesus was not an only child. When I first found that out, I thought it was pretty interesting. Okay, James chapter 1. He says, "Consider temptation to be a joy. It's a good thing, because it tests your faith and strengthens your patience. But stay strong and resist temptation. If you lack wisdom, ask for it from God, and you'll receive it, because God likes it when you ask for wisdom. But ask in faith and confidence. If you ask for wisdom and you have wavering faith, don't expect the Lord to deliver. A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways." So if you want that stability, that confidence that comes from faith in God, as they're describing it here, they're saying that you're not really going to get that unless you're all in. You can't be like a backup plan, okay? "Let the person of low standing be glad that the Lord will respect him and elevate him. But the rich man should be humble, because like all living things, he will pass away when his time comes." So basically this is saying, whether you're poor or you're rich, keep it all in perspective, because life is temporary. Don't get a big head. He goes on to say, "Those that endure temptation without giving in are blessed with the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Don't be tempted by evil. Don't blame being tempted by evil on God. God cannot be tempted, and he does not tempt anyone else. A person is tempted when they are drawn away from goodness by their own lust." This could be lust for power, lust for money, or any other type of lust. Lust is really a broad term, and it doesn't get specific here, but certainly any of those things would qualify. If you take action on temptation, that's a sin, and the result of sin is death. Every good thing comes from God above. God does not flip-flop, he's consistent. He chose to make humans with his word of truth. All right, this next piece is James chapter 1, verse 19. It's one of my very favorite things in the entire Bible. It says, "Let every person be swift to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger." This is great advice, whether you're religious or not. It's just really sound advice. I'm going to say it again. Let every person be swift to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Moving on. The anger of humans does not achieve the work of God. Set aside your evil ways and humbly receive the word of God, which can save your soul. But actions speak louder than words. Don't just listen to the teachings of God. Behave accordingly. If you do that, you will be blessed. If you think you're religious, but you don't act like it in words or in actions, then your religion is pointless and in vain. Okay, that's what in vain means. It means pointless, basically. Real religion is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their suffering. Keep yourself unspotted from the world. Don't let the world corrupt you. Okay, that's actually it. That's the first chapter in the book of James. He says a lot with relatively few words. The book really packs a punch. It's just like an information bomb, really. That's why it's one of my favorites. He really just gets to the point. If you enjoyed the show, please click like or subscribe. I hope to have another episode ready for you by next week. And I'm your host, Jason. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.